and jealous. Okay. Also, I have schemers. They like to scheme. That's what all that silence is about. That's what all that eye movement is about. All that watching and observing, very quiet, very reserved. They'll come to your homes and they'll, if they visit, and sit back and they're quiet or appear to be quiet, they're observing you. Or if you have family, they're observing your family. Or if you have friends, they're observing your friends. They want to see your interaction with your friends. How close are you with them? Do your friends, do they see genuineness in your friends? Because if so, they're going to try to get rid of them. They're going to try to create some type of story, I believe. I could be wrong, but to try to get rid of that main friend, if you all have that they know is down for you. Because they don't want that person to call them out. The narcissist does not want to be called out by people that truly love and care about you. So they'll try to get rid of them and isolate you. So if they isolate you, then they feel like they can exert some level of control, or full control over you. And women who have married narcissists would be able to relate to that. You know how they play the game and put on a front until you say I do, and you get under that roof with them, and your life becomes a living hell, a total nightmare, because behind that curtain was nothing but total darkness, and you didn't know that that person was a door that led to other dark things and entities and so forth and people. And I'm hearing a string of whores. Um, so they're schemers, they're immoral, they lack integrity, um, they don't keep their word to people, or they, you know, they don't try to make things right with people, even if they can't keep their word. They don't come back and say, hey, look, I know I said I would do this or I would do that and da da da, but this happened and that happened. But as soon as I get straight, as soon as I get on, I got you. They don't come back and try to keep a person posted as to what's up. They just totally disregard the person that they've just basically jilted or used. So they lack integrity. Let me tell you, if you're dealing with somebody, a man or a woman that lacks integrity, you may as well go on and end that relationship right then and there. Because your life is going to be a living hell. Because that's somebody that's not worthy of respect. And then at the last thing I have listed, although there are other many things I could have listed, but my board, of course, is limited to hold, so much information. But without natural affection. Narcissists, a lot of them, if not all of them. Because, see, I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't want to make it seem, because there may be people out there that might say they're narcissists, but they love people. I'm not saying they're not capable of love. I'm not going to say that. Because a lot of narcissistic people, I believe they love their children. I believe they love certain people in their lives. But then you have to judge people as individuals, although they all suffer from the same disorder. But at the bottom, I have without natural affection. That ties back into the Holy Scriptures. Um, let me turn that off real quick. um, in the book of Second Timothy, listed in the Holy Bible. In the book of Second Timothy, the Holy Bible, chapter 3, it reads, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away." That's what you are to do as it pertains to narcissists. Turn away. Turn away. But that can be difficult when you already have formed an emotional bond with them. And it's not that they formed an emotional bond with you in a lot of cases. Some cases, yeah, maybe, because everybody's different. But it's very difficult to break free from somebody that you have love for and that you have an affection for, emotion for. But that ties back to using your spiritual weapons, and saying, God Almighty saying, your weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Because narcissists, they have the ability to form strongholds and attachments to other people. So meaning they will attach themselves to you as a form of control, but they want you attached to them so that they can control you and manipulate your emotions. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not wording it the way I would like to, but that's basically what it is. So, um, yeah. That's what it is because they're highly manipulative. They're highly manipulative, and that's to keep control over you. They want to create for you a false illusion, try to make you think that you know things or something within the relationship that it is not, and they will always, I feel, target an empath, um, or somebody that they think is an empath, and sometimes they find out they're dealing with another narcissist. So hey. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say right now regarding it. Like I said, I can't give any more than what I've been given. But they definitely, to me, serve as doors to a darker world because they will try to make your world dark. And for those of you out there, if you were happy and bubbly at one point, and then when you met a certain individual and got involved with them or married them, you felt like there was a dark cloud that was hovering over your head and you couldn't explain it. Because narcissistic people, a lot of them have dark attachments. I don't want to say all of them because I can't speak for everybody. Only God knows everybody. But speaking from my dealings with the narcissist, they do have dark attachments. Um, I don't sense a soul in them, although I know they have a soul. But see, that goes back to all that evil. Because evil bears no warmth, no personality, no positive energy, no good energy, no radiant force coming from it. Meaning, sometimes when you're dealing, you ever been around a narcissist and they just seem like an empty shell with no soul, no spirit, no love, no emotion, like a dead vessel? I'm telling you, they're dangerous. They're dangerous because a narcissist, a lot of them, not all of them, can probably be the type to kill somebody and not have any remorse about it. I guarantee you almost, of course I can't speak for everybody, but if you interview a lot of people that are like the biggest, most dangerous killers in prison, they're, they're probably narcissists. They probably had horrible relationships with their mother, uh, probably didn't know who their fathers were. If they knew, or if they knew who their fathers were, they didn't have a good relationship with them. You know, they have no structure. A lot of times, they have no training, no home training. We live in a world of narcissistic people. They have no home training. They have no structure. You can see that in society. You can walk in a local retailer and see probably future narcissists. No training, no structure. People are not embarrassed by their conduct anymore, nor the conduct of their children, nor the conduct of the people around them. It's almost like there's no such thing as being embarrassed anymore, as far as how people present themselves in public. Anything goes. And we live in a disgusting world. Not everybody in it, but it's a disgusting world. And then when you are the type of person that you have home training, you know how to conduct yourself in public, they think you're stuck up. They think you're conceited. They think you're all of that. No, it's just that you were raised properly, and you're not a narcissist. And I'm not saying that just because somebody's a narcissist that they don't have self control in public, but I'm just saying, when you live in a world where that lacks structure, this is the type of society that it produces. A society full of people that, not everybody, that don't have a heart for other people, lack empathy. That's the reason why we live in a country that can see people homeless and hungry, laying beside the highway, living like dogs strung out on drugs, and the powers that be are doing absolutely nothing about it because they don't care. Because when you're dealing with people that are most likely narcissists, that's what you get. That's what you get. So basically, that's all I have to say about it. I would like to say more, and I actually have more that I could say, but I don't feel like I'm permitted right now to speak on it. But yeah, there's a lot more I would like to say because I came on with the intent of talking it out. But for right now, this is all I can share. Um, but I'll be back, you guys. Um, be careful out there in relationships and marriages and dealing with narcissistic people. They just want to manipulate you. And the